Hey, what's up? Today I have an interesting video. It's a theory/explanation. It's all my opinion. Let's get started. So, I think we all know in Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin started using the dark side, he started overpowering Count Dooku and eventually defeated him and cut off his hands. But there was a small amount of time that Count Dooku could have said something and could have revealed the real identity of Darth Sidious, but he didn't. And today I think I have an explanation. So if you all remember Attack of the Clones and the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan versus Count Dooku, Anakin got his hand cut off as well, and there was this moment where he couldn't say anything and he was totally paralyzed. He couldn't move his face barely. He was in total shock. And the same happened with Count Dooku in the scene in Revenge of the Sith. He was in total shock. He really didn't expect Anakin, to defeat him like that. Sidious told him that he needed to go easy on Anakin and he trusted his master. But his master, of course, betrayed him and wanted to have Anakin as his real apprentice because Count Dooku was old and Anakin had a much greater potential to be turned to the dark side. So he was betrayed and in shock. I think that's why he didn't tell everyone the real identity of Darth Sidious. But that's my theory. There are other theories going on that he was loyal to Darth Sidious, or there are many things, but I think this one is the most reasonable one. It would have changed a lot if Count Dooku would have told the real identity of Darth Sidious. I honestly don't know what would have happened. Of course, Obi-Wan would have known, Anakin would have known, and I think it would have changed the entire history of Star Wars, because most likely Anakin wouldn't have turned to the dark side. It wouldn't have become Darth Vader eventually, and Sidious, I don't think he could have taken on the entire Jedi Order on his own. He lost his apprentice Count Dooku, and he definitely couldn't have defeated Yoda, Mace Windu and Anakin just by himself, so he was kind of screwed if that would have happened. He really counted on Anakin becoming his new apprentice. Anakin had the potential to become more powerful than Yoda and Sidious. That is what Sidious thought. It is just interesting how things like that could have changed the entire Star Wars saga. Maybe if Sidious would have been revealed by Dooku would have been a prisoner, and that would have been a total different world. So yeah, this is why I think Count Dooku didn't reveal the real identity of Darth Sidious, because he was in shock. Just put yourself in Count Dooku's shoes. You just betrayed by your master and both of your hands are cut off, and you are a lightsaber duelist, so your hands are the most important thing, and Dooku is one of the greatest lightsaber duelists in Star Wars for sure. I think I would put him at the same level as Mace Windu. So yeah, he was really in shock and betrayed, and I think that's why he didn't say anything. It is the same when Anakin got his hand cut off in Attack of the Clones. He was in shock and paralyzed, not able to say anything. I don't have any experience with your hand being cut off, but I think it's definitely a traumatic thing that could leave you paralyzed for at least a couple of minutes. So, but that was my theory/explanation. I was thinking about if you agree with me or think there was another reason that Count Dooku didn't reveal it, then leave it in the comment section. I would love to have a discussion about it. I find Revenge of the Sith a pretty interesting movie, especially the lore and everything. So if you enjoy it, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video.